Hello, everybody. Today is day 68 in the countdown to Antarctica. And today is going to be a super fun topic. I'm going to talk all about scuba diving in Antarctica. That is the main activity that I am going to do when I am down there, and I'm so excited. It's what I've been preparing for the last couple of years. And I'm going to talk more about that on another video because today I want to talk all about the diving in Antarctica itself. So, the first question most people ask is like, what's the water temperature? Isn't it going to be freezing? And yeah, it will be pretty cold, but it will not be frozen. It will be between -2 and 1 degrees Celsius, so that's 28 to 34 Fahrenheit. Um, I made sure to look that up before I did the video, so I knew what it was this time. Um, yeah, so there will actually be no, ice formed, so we're not going to be ice diving as what we do as ice diving here in Canada, right? There's no overhead environment here. There will, however, be icebergs that will be around that we can scuba dive around and underneath, I guess, depending on the depth. So that should be really neat to see. I have yet to experience that anywhere. That will be really cool, I'm sure. Um, what kind of creatures will there be? I think I've talked about this a few times, but that's okay. I'm so happy to repeat it because I'm excited about it. But there will be penguins, possibly seals and whales. I mean, how cool would that be to scuba dive with a whale in Antarctica? Although I think it'll be really freaking cool to scuba dive with a penguin too, or multiple penguins. I'm excited for that. There will be anemones, different types of worms. The peacock worms, I think, are the ones that they specifically talk about. For people who don't dive, these aren't like worms like earthworms. They're really cool creatures. I don't even know how to describe them. They kind of look like feather dusters. They come in all different shapes and sizes, but yeah, they're pretty neat. Could be jellyfish, different kinds of crabs and lobsters, like little ones, not like we get up here. Starfish as well. And there are a couple historic sites that we can also dive down in Antarctica. So there is Deception Island, which was an old whaling station. And apparently in the bay that is down there, there's still whale bones and stuff like that. So I know that is on the list of places for us to go on our expedition to Deception Island. Obviously, the itinerary is up to change, and I don't know if we'll be diving in every single place that we go. It depends on so many different factors, but I think that would be super cool to see. There is also a little bit of a shipwreck that is somewhere else down there. Also, a whaling ship that's called the Governor. And I don't know exactly where that is, but that would also be really cool to see. That might also be around Deception Island, but not 100% sure. I will learn when I go down there. What else? Visibility of the water. Anything is going to be better than the visibility we have up in the lakes in Alberta. But in Antarctica, they can be, hundreds of feet. And in the summer, in the peak of summer, it goes down to, they say, 40 to 80 feet. So that is still fantastic by Alberta standards. So I'm looking forward to that. And then in terms of equipment for diving, the vessel that I'm on in particular will not allow anybody to do it in a wetsuit, probably for good reason. You have to have a dry suit, and you have to have at least 30 dives in a dry suit as well before they'll even consider you. You have to do a skills certification. It's basic open water stuff that you need to get signed off by an instructor here before they accept you as well. And then they'll also do the checkout dives, and that can also determine whether they think you are safe enough and an experienced enough diver to dive when you're down there. So I'm super excited that I have had many dives of experience before I get down there in cold water. So I'm excited for that. In terms of equipment, we have to bring all of our own equipment. They have absolutely nothing in terms of backups or repairs or anything like that on the ship. The only thing that the ship provides for us is the tanks and the weights. So I'm planning to bring pretty much a backup of everything, maybe even a backup of a backup, just in case. I'm not letting anything not let me dive when I'm down there. And so other questions that people have asked that are divers, they have yoke or din valves, so it's adaptable to whatever equipment that you do have. And then they also use H or Y valves on their tanks, so the setup of your stages is a little bit different. So you need two first stages. That way, if you do have a free flow from one, you can turn off the air and keep breathing safely off your own equipment. Yeah, so that's all that I have for you about diving in Antarctica. I'm sure I will have lots more to say once I first start, when I dive down there. I'm excited to take some videos and pictures of the things that I see above land and, above water, on the land, and below the water as well. Okay, see you next time. Have a good one.